Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am actually really excited to do this video because I've been wanting to do like a get to know me video for a really long time, but like I honestly just didn't know if anybody cared, and so I asked people on my Instagram to ask me a question, and a lot of you guys actually asked questions, like genuine questions, and I was surprised. So the first one is, how did you start like blogging? Usually people ask me, but I don't have a current like active blog, so I don't usually say like I'm a blogger. But I am gonna talk about, like, you know, other people ask like how I got on YouTube, just how I got on social media in general. So I started on YouTube about 7 years ago. It was like the summer of 2011. Like, it wasn't a career, it wasn't a job. It was just a hobby. And that summer I was moving from New York, which is where I'm from, all the way to California. And it was kind of like the summer was going by really slow because I really wanted to get to California, but like obviously it's like when you're young, like the whole summer feels like 3 years. So I was like, what am I gonna do to pass the time? So I just started like going on YouTube, and you know, videos started popping up of, you know, girls showing off their fashion and just talking in front of the camera and talking about their lives. And I was kind of going through a huge thing in my life of moving, so I started wanting to do similar videos. And long story short, like I can go into this in more detail like in another video, but I started posting some videos of me on YouTube that summer, and then a couple of, you know, months would go by. I would continuously post videos. Like I would have my boyfriend at the time like record me like walking through Hollywood in cute little outfits. Like it just was a little bit like ahead of its time because of how, you know, not common it was back then. Yeah, so I started doing that, and I would do it like throughout the years. I would just keep posting random videos at random times. It still wasn't like a career. It was just something I did when I really was bored, and it just made me feel like good for some reason. So that's kind of how I started being on YouTube. And then about a year ago, or actually 4 years ago, I had posted a video that kind of got a little bit of traction, and so I posted, I linked my Instagram to that video, and that's kind of how a lot of people found me on Instagram. And then I went on to post 2 other videos that did pretty well. And I realized that, you know, I kind of wanted to put more effort into, you know, this whole channel for you guys to get to know me. So that's kind of how I started on YouTube you know, back in the day, and I could go into more detail another time, but yeah, so that's pretty much how it started. Another question a lot of people ask is how old I am. So I am 26. A lot of people think I'm younger because I have like a baby face and I'm petite. And another question is, people always ask, what are my current goals? Like, what are my future goals? What are my current goals? So one of my current goals that I've been wanting for a really long time is to travel. It's something that I literally am a person that needs to be stimulated by a lot of adventure, a lot of change sometimes. And traveling is something that I've always talked about for a very long time, but I've never gotten fulfilled by, because, you know, it takes money. It takes a lot of effort to plan and going with the right people and all that stuff. So traveling, whether it's just, I mean, I would be so excited to even live in Europe for a summer. Like, that's something that I think would just be so exciting, and it's like you're utilizing your time in your life, and that's something that I really want. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, but, you know, there's little road trips, you know, little places in the US that are gorgeous and that are amazing, and I could even go there. So that's kind of something that I'm making a goal for this year. And continuing to put up some content for you guys, just because for me it's like, if people really take some interest in what you're doing, it's obviously like something that I'd want to put up as well. And 5 to 10 years from now, of course, people always ask about like kids and marriage and stuff. And kids, I would like to have maybe closer to my mid-30s. This is what I'm saying now. I can't tell exactly how like my future is going to be. Like, you know, it always changes, but that's what my plan is for right now. As for marriage, I do have a boyfriend, but I don't feel ready for marriage, and I think it's completely normal to be in a relationship and to not feel ready. I think there's a lot of factors, and for me, I've always been very hesitant to like put kind of like certain labels on things because I'm so indecisive. So as of now, you know, I want to make sure if I get married that it's something that I really want to do, and you know, you're attaching yourself to somebody else. There's so many factors that you have to make sure are right. So I'm pretty indecisive. So whenever the time comes when I feel ready, that's when I'm going to do that as well. Okay, so now I'm going to jump into the questions, the specific questions that people were asking that were a little bit different. So the first question someone asked is, where are you living? So this is from, actually I'm not even going to try to say the names because they're kind of hard. I'll just, link your profiles right here or somewhere. So where are you living? I'm currently in Houston, Texas. I've been living out in California for 7 years, and I recently, I don't even like saying moved because that just feels like permanent to me, but I'm currently residing in Houston, Texas for probably about 3 weeks now. And I made this move because someone else actually asked. I had another question that asked, why did I move to Texas? So my boyfriend got a job here, got a job opportunity here, and at first I was just like, sure, you could stay over there and I'll just stay and hang out in LA. But then I realized that, I was kind of, the real truth is, I was having a hard time like keeping up with a lot of my expenses in LA, to be completely blunt. And I wanted to live by myself. I liked living alone as like, a young woman in her early 20s. I was living alone for like pretty early on, and in the beginning my parents were taking care of me and financially supporting me, so of course it's easy to live alone. But when I started taking over my own expenses, I did it for a little bit, and it honestly was really hard to, because I didn't want that roommate. I didn't, I like being independent and living alone, to be honest. And got hard at one point, and so I realized that it was kind of hindering me from kind of moving forward in life and setting myself up for a better future by pretty much struggling to make it work presently, when I wasn't thinking more of like the future and savings and all that stuff. So Houston was just a better idea when it came to focusing on the right things without being so overwhelmed with trying to keep up with too many things. So I am here currently, but my ultimate goal is to be back in LA. That kind of goes off to the next question by Amia858. She goes, are you rich? No. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite color? And I, like, when people ask me that, I usually go for like blush or pink. But realistically, when you look at like my interior designing for my apartment, or what I gravitate toward in just like anything, it's usually going to be like very like metallics, like gray, subtle tones, like nudes, like just very whites. Like I'm obsessed with an all white apartment. Like that is, I mean, if you guys want to see exactly how I like to use color in my life and whatnot, you could just check out my apartment tour, which I will link below, which you'll see. Another question is by Tara Rydell _89. She says, hi, I'm new to your channel, and my question is, what is your most embarrassing / funny story? So I really do like to talk a lot, and I like to talk in detail, and I think I'll save that question for another video because I don't want this video to get too crazy long. But I can, come up with like a story time, embarrassing video, embarrassing moment video or something. So thank you for asking, but I'll save that for another video. Another question is from Maria _ismail. She asks, are you planning any giveaways soon? Absolutely. I get so many products from brands, and I'm not even talking about like clothing, because that stuff I really do wear. But when it comes to like makeup, like of course they send makeup in like boxes sometimes, and it's like I don't really even wear makeup, and I like to experiment with it, but I don't really wear it. So it's like I have so many products, but it's like, how often do they even get used? So I think it's just better that they have a different home. And when right now, like I mentioned, I was in Airbnb, but we're planning on getting a new place within a couple of weeks, so our own place. So when we do find the perfect apartment, I'm gonna actually do like a video of organizing all my makeup and everything, so then I can have a better idea of what I should do a giveaway for. Okay, so she also asked another good question, which is why I wanted to answer 2 of your questions. Will you ever write a book? So the thing about me is, when I was growing up, I was obsessed with reading. Like I love to read, and I also, because I love to read, I had so many great stories in my mind that I started to write like little novels or whatever. Like there would be like 13 chapters long or whatnot, like short, but like they had a storyline. And I have a ton of those still with me right now, of like growing up and like writing all these cute little stories. And when I came to California, I also started writing a little story. But the thing is, I haven't written like a full one as an adult yet, and I'm literally in the process. I just started a new one. The problem that I feel is that I'm not great at writing when it comes to the structure of writing. But I already know that all I have to do is, you know, bust out my ideas, write the story, then of course get like an editor to do that, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. But they're more like scripts, so they're less like novels, they're more like scripts. But I love doing that. It feels so good, like I could do it the whole day. So that's something about me that a lot of people don't know. Okay, so another question. She asks, how do you keep yourself in great shape? So I wanted to put this question in because I am so not in great shape. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I know that I'm naturally thin, and I've always been naturally thin, and my weight doesn't really fluctuate no matter what I eat. It pretty much stays around the same. But I'm not in shape. Like, I'm not toned at all, and I think one of my goals that I want to do for this year, now that, you know, I will have a little bit more free time to work on my own personal passions now that I'm in Houston, I really want to get strong, like in shape. Like, I want to feel toned, I want to feel like strong. A question from Birch Cameron. She asks, are you dating anybody right now? Sorry, I was like burping. Yes, I do have a boyfriend. Okay, so by Sakura Salil, she asks, how is modeling going? I'm assuming that she's talking about, you know, when I take pictures on Instagram. I love taking pictures. Like, everybody that knows me knows that, like, I've been obsessed with taking pictures my whole life. Like, if someone pulls out the camera, I want to be in front of it. Like, I love being in front of the camera. Another question by Bunny_love95. Do you like BTS? Okay, I'm totally gonna sound like an old hag right now, but like, I had to look up what BTS was. Like, I knew it was like an Asian band. That's all I knew. Like, I had an idea about it. It's K-pop or whatever. And I listened to one of their songs, and you know what? They do sound good. So, yeah. Okay, so another question is from M_ILY9042. Do you have any pets? I do not have any pets. I had 2 family dogs growing up. And like, before I have kids, I do want to have a dog because I want to kind of have that like responsibility, like get used to that kind of responsibility. If I do get a dog, I'm going to insert a picture of like the ideal dog that I want, because that dog will actually match the interior of the apartment. Yes, I know I'm matching a dog to the interior, but like, I have to. Like, that's the one thing about having a dog, is that I'm nervous that because I'm such like a clean freak and a neat freak and all that inside an apartment, I'm like, having a dog's just not going to feel so, I don't know, clean in the apartment, but I don't know. I think that I love like my mom's dog. So next question. It's from Chris L_K. What is your favorite brand, and wanted to say that I love you? Christina. I love you too. So favorite brand. So I used to be, years back, obsessed with Forever 21/H&M, just like the most affordable, like trendy type of like younger clothing. But as I've gotten gifted things from brands, I actually like don't have a favorite anymore, because I've been introduced to so many like amazing brands that aren't very also well known, but their quality is like really good, and they're not necessarily always affordable, but because it's gifted, I'm able to try it out, and I've been loving it. Like, okay, well, this is actually not a question, but I wanted to talk about it. It's from Shea_LAVL, whatever, you'll see it. But she says, I know this is not a question, but I really like your fashion content and can't wait to see more. So I wanted to bring that one up because sometimes I'm not exactly sure if people, how they feel about the content that I put out, because I don't even feel like, I feel like there's so much more I can do with my content, because I know I follow a ton of influencers, and some of them have very chill content, some of them have like content, and I kind of want to put more of an effort into it, but the content that I put out is mostly just stuff that I actually wear on an everyday basis, just very chill. And I think when I start doing traveling and I want to start like showing more of, okay, my phone started ringing in the middle of this video. But anyway, let's see, what was the question? Next question. How do I get a girlfriend? I'm not even gonna put this person's name because I'm sure it's a little bit embarrassing. I would say, only from my experience, the only time I become someone's girlfriend, which I try very hard not to just because it's like I'm so indecisive, but when I do, I have to know that they're like bending over backwards for me, and I think not all girls feel that way, but I do. And I would just say, if you like somebody, really show that you do like them, and pay attention to the signs if they like you back. But of course, show it and don't be afraid to put an effort in. So that's that. Let's see. What is your favorite sponsor? So we only have 2 more questions. So what is your favorite sponsor? My favorite sponsor right now is this person that I'm collaborating with to get rid of like the stretch marks that I got when I was like going through puberty. Like I got like some stretch marks. It's very normal. Girls have it all the time, but it kind of like bugged me for a really long time. And the place that I'm collaborating with, we're in the process of drastically reducing it / getting rid of it. And I think that's my favorite sponsor because it's my favorite place. Just in case people don't know what sponsor means, it's just pretty much a place that an influencer collaborates with, like a brand or whatnot. And I do obviously collaborate with a lot of makeup and like clothing brands, but like this brand is so important because it's called Glamour Plastic Surgery, because this is something that is like will stay with me for the rest of my life, like this type of experience. So that's why it's my favorite one, and it's so much more than just clothes and makeup. It's like your body. So that is my favorite one. Alright, so the last question is dog_101 rules. The woo-woo. Why do I even try? So the question is, where did you get those pants and love with them? So I had posted this on Instagram when I asked my followers to write questions to me, and these are the pants. They're from the laundry room. I will link them below. Like, this is literally my favorite thing to be in. Like literally, because it's just so casual, it's so comfortable, and it looks so cute. Like it's a set, it looks cute, like I kind of look like I'm being put together, and I could literally just like wear my natural hair and no makeup and I still feel amazing. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your questions. If I didn't answer your question, I'm so sorry. Maybe I could do it in another video, but I'm really glad that you guys are interested, and I hope to talk to you guys soon, and let me know what kind of videos you want me to film. Love you!